everybody, welcome to my second video, Uncharted 2, 100% Treasure Guide. So we're going to be starting off here. This is just after the little first section of the game. You get control of Drake again after a cutscene. Behind this tree you'll have a wrathful deity statue, marking our first out of 100 treasures. So a little further on we have to go through this door. Instead, go along, grab this gun, you'll need it. And then over here in the corner is another statue, a Saraswati statue. I don't know if I'm saying that one right, but Saraswati. Yeah. So now through those doors, you'll see this guy up here. If you shoot him, there's a treasure. You shoot that down, and there's your third treasure. Tibetan snuff bottle. Nice. Snuff. So a little further on you're supposed to jump and go into that train cart. Instead turn around and go down here. You'll notice another treasure. The Bhutanese lime box? Bhutanese lime box? I think I'm saying that right? Bhutanese? I don't know. You'll get it. So a little further on, you're supposed to continue along the train car, but if you turn around here, jump across, and there is another one, our fifth out of 100 treasures. The Gao Amulet Thogjag. Don't know what a Thogjag is, but I know there's a lot of them in this. So this is a ways further on when you're with your friend accomplice. Once you get through the sewers here, turn around and bam. Byzantine gold coin. So this is when you first get into the museum after the sewers.
All right.
So a little further on, you climb up, and just before continuing, this is just after the coin. You climb up here, jump back across, and here's the seventh treasure. Sorry, glass evil eye. It looks more curious than evil. Anyway. So further on, so here you're supposed to be unlocking that door with Flint. Couldn't remember his name there for a second. But instead, if you go to the right of that door, there's a little ring, an Ottoman ring. 8 of 100 treasures. So further on, after you take out a couple guards, and you're supposed to go and open that gate, but instead, come over here, over near the corner of this potted plant. And there's a silver amulet box. It's hard to tell it's actually a box. So a little further on when you're at the well, you take out these guards. In the well is the 10th treasure, getting you the apprentice fortune hunter. There's a silver belt buckle. At least we know Drake won't have any problems holding up his pants. So you're supposed to be going across the I-beams here, but instead if you go over to this side, it's the back from, complete opposite from where you're supposed to be going. You'll find this chess piece. It's a really nice looking chess piece. I would love to find the chessboard that goes along with that. So here you're supposed to be climbing up after swinging across to this graded section, but instead if you go down here and climb all the way around, you'll find yourself a treasure. There it is, shining in that little pipe. Drake dropped down, and bam. A bracelet? Yeah, an Ottoman bracelet. Look at me. I know my trinkets. So here you're supposed to be going across the rooftops, but on this one tower that you can go around, notice a treasure. You shoot that down, and hello, antique pocket watch. Why did someone leave that on the tower? We'll never know. So this is after a cutscene with Flint. You're being attacked by a bunch of museum guards. So over here where they're all just kind of staring at you, wondering what the hell's going on, just grab that pipe. You might as well. You got screwed over. You deserve something nice. So here you're back in the sewers, again escaping from the museum guards. So you're supposed to go right to get out, but instead if you head along here, bam! Little trinket up along that pipe. A jeweled bracelet. It's 15 of 100 treasures. So this is when you're first playing with Sully. You're supposed to go ahead, but if you take a left here and up that little tree branch, notice this little treasure hanging out. Which is a Yuan Dynasty coin. Yuan. I think it's Yuan. So just after you find a couple of guys and you have to take them out quietly, you head up another log and there's a treasure on the barrel. A Yuan Dynasty jade animal. Or Yin? Yan? I'll look that up how to say that. Anyway. So here you're supposed to go over that little wall there and continue on, but instead, you head over here and just kind of climb around. You find yourself on this little log path, and just a little bit further, keep going, bam! There's a pendant. A jade pie pendant. Pie pendant. Jade pay pendant. So here we go. This is after your first fighting sequence. So you're supposed to continue with Sully there, but instead jump back across this path where you originally started and climb up this little wall. It's a little hidden, but you'll find it. There's some little rock ledges. And you're going to want to climb all the way up here. So this one's a little out of your way. So you want to keep heading up, go across here. And keep climbing, hey! So there you go, that one's actually not too bad. Amber Jade Chimera. That's 19 of 100 treasures. Alright, so this one's after a big fight. Just before you continue on with Sully, just check that ship mast. You'll see that one. Banking you novice fortune hunter. The Mangoli Piazza passport. And what a clunky passport that must have been to walk around with. So here you are finally in the cave system again, looking around for some treasure. And on that one statue that I just shot will be a jade belt slide. And 21 of 100 treasures. Almost a quarter of the way there, folks. So this is just after a cutscene where you find your artifact of the game. You just check the top of the room there, you'll notice that. Yuan Dynasty helmet. Yuan? I want to say Yuan. I don't think it's Yuan though. It's like Yuan. So this is when you're first in this... it's when you're supposed to be getting... You're in a city. I can't remember the exact name of the area right now, but... There you go, your strange relic. So it's just in one of the manhole covers. You find that in the sewers. And that will get you the strange relic trophy. So this is after a big fight sequence with Chloe. You head up to the top of this tower. It's right in the center. It'll be that brass bird lamp. This is where she tells you to take out a rocket launcher guy and all that jazz. This is another view of the area. And another treasure, so don't hold out on top of this little area here. Shoot that down, there's another treasure. But yeah, this is the big fight sequence area where Chloe will tell you she wants to use a grenade and you need to take out a rocket launcher guy, and it's all kinds of fun. So a little further when you're trying to break into the hotel here. You just go all the way around the back. And there's your copper rice measure. I don't know how that's a treasure. I can't see that paying out for much. So here we're just trying to turn the power back on for Chloe. You'll notice this little tower in the center of the staircase, so you climb up and jump into it, and there'll be a Yuan Dynasty urn. I will never get that word right, so help me God. So this is a little bit further, just before you're kind of getting to the section to turn on the power. Now, you're supposed to climb up that beam a little earlier, but instead go across the banister there and head around. And in the suitcase is an enameled snuff bottle. Yay, snuff! Ooh, this is a fun sequence. So this is just before the helicopter fight. Now, you kind of have to have played the game before to understand where that is, but, you know, take a look where I am, yada yada. But you want to get this before you fight the helicopter. You climb up to this roof. There'll be an incense burner on it. You can't come back up here once you've gone down to fight the boss, so. Right here is... just after you find Elena and her friends. Be this little trash building on the side. Just head in there and there'll be a worn pendant marking 30 of 100 treasures. This is in the same area with the fountain that you may have just seen in the side there. Go to the fountain and shoot that, and the little bell will be a 9-jewel ring. Which it looks like it's missing a jewel, so I guess it's an 8-jewel ring. Or no, it was a 10-jewel ring, and now it's 9-jewel. Okay. So this is after you have to get across the river, which is pointless because you have to jump back down into the river to get this, but just here in the corner of some rubble is an Ancora water vessel. Nice water vessel. So this is at the temple that you've been trying to get to this whole chapter, or section, or whatever you will call it. But just to the side here before you continue on, you'll find this treasure. Silver Shiva amulet. So once you're inside the temple and trying to get some things solved, if you head back and over to one of these staircases on either side, you'll notice you can climb up here and there'll be a bronze altar spoon. I don't know much to say about it. It's a fucking spoon. So this is after you have a trap sequence with Chloe and you gotta shoot your way out there. Just check the corners. Always check your corners. And you'll find your 35th treasure, the bronze Vihara statue. Viraha. It's a fucking statue. Marking our 35th. So continuing on. When you're in the room with the big thing in the center and it's coming down and doing the things with the things, you want to get the copper lackey mask. Now you want to make sure you go around the outside. This will be just after your first climbing of that thing right there. I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll climb the statue. You got to jump down on either side of these, and you're going to want to get these treasures before you continue on. Otherwise, you won't be able to get back up here. So that's a copper lackey mask and a carved jade figurine on the other side. So now, when you've finally gotten the treasure or the puzzle figured out, you're on your way down. Before going in here to the center, you want to take your way around here on the outside, just around the outside, like 2 trailer park girls. Grab that Ganesh statue. It's a bronze Ganesh statue. You're gonna thank me for having that Ganesh statue later.
Got all those guys all by myself?
So after a little chase sequence with Elena here, you're gonna be fighting a few dudes. Just check the corner, and there'll be a poly bronze lion hanging out in the alleyway. It's real close by. You can't miss it. Actually, you can miss it. I've missed it many times. So here you're supposed to continue where Elena's going, but instead head up to the top of this fire escape. And hey, check it out. Some idiot left this here. And that nags you the Intermediate Fortune Hunter trophy. The Yuan Dynasty Lotus Jar. God.
Not bad for last year's model.
So continue on after you get across the bridge Elena makes for you. Head back over here. And there'll be a little mask. The creepiest mask I've seen so far. The Cham Lion mask. So here's where you're in the train yard. And you're trying to make your way to your train, quote unquote. Before going inside though, head around here. And just in the corner you'll find this crown. Again, why did somebody leave that there? Jeweled statue crown. Look at that thing. Look at it. You know someone's getting hit in the face because they left their crown somewhere. Like, you left the queen's crown? Are you serious? So anyway, so you're supposed to go to the right and do this little crazy train sequence. No spoilers. But instead, head to the left here and monkey your way across, and on top of this vent, you'll find a 3-stone coral ring. So this is just inside the train yard section. So here we go, chapter 13, locomotion. So when you're on the train, get inside the very first cart. You're gonna head to the back here, and there is, what is it? A miniature bronze stupa. Yeah. So same, oh no, a little further on another one of these traveling carts. You're going to want to get on top of it. And you'll be your llama and buffalo statue. So just keep an eye out for the carts that you can actually get inside of, and check the roof of this one later. So a little further on there'll be these train carts, so check the sides. Some of them you can go in like this. And one of the first ones, you'll find this statue in the back. Nawari bronze figures. Or Nawari bronze figures. They're 2 figures. Actually looks like a candle. I want that. So here you go. When you're in the tunnel and you're on the roof, you can actually go in this train car you'll start out on. And you want to head all the way to the front. Pick up this little statue. Yeah, it's a little bit... it's a statue. Gilded, but I don't know. So you'll come up to this door here you have to shoot to actually get in. And I already shot it. And you're supposed to go up, but instead continue on, and right in the back you'll find this Tibetan saddle ring. Looks like a saddle and it's a ring. So this is after the train wreck and the whole intro sequence. I would recommend fighting all the dudes first. That's why I'm kind of crawling around. But right in the area where you start, on the wall to the left from where you start, will be this treasure in the very back. A Tibetan prayer wheel. Again, from where you start, if you go right this time, all the way to the back of this area, and near the edge here, we'll find the dagger, Tibetan knife. 50 of 100 treasures, everyone. We're halfway there. So this is under some crashed train carts that some people will be using as cover, and you can use as cover. Right up there you can see there's a treasure. Shoot it down. And there's a vase. Tibetan silver vase. Notice everything's Tibetan now. Where will we be going next? Hey, look, it's Tibet! So, right here in the very beginning section, near that buffalo, you want to head all the way to the back of this house. And looks like a little... oh, it's a thog jag. There you go. I think that's supposed to be like, you know, beads. Like beads on a necklace, thog jags. Anyway. So you're continuing on. You head up to the right, up the top section of the area and the houses. Just after a section where you can actually climb into the house, and Drake will talk about finding a phone. Continue along the back of that area and you'll find that statue. So this is just at the last section where you're supposed to go in that house. Do not even go near the stairs. It will trigger a cutscene. Instead, go around and hit this treasure. So you'll notice he's going up there. Singing bowl. 54 treasures. Grab that. Then you can continue on, get your cutscene done. So further on, you're with what's his name? Titus? Something. I can't remember his name. You're climbing down that ladder with them. You head over here. Your Tibetan ritual blade. So a little further, you guys will use a rope to cross this chasm. Instead, you want to use the rope to go over to this treasure. It's just off the right from where you're swinging to get across. It's a clay deity head. Look at that thing. Look at it. Look at its creepy face. Ugh. So further on, you gotta... Tenzin, that's its damn name. You gotta get across and help Tenzin get across the bridge that you broke. Instead of climbing up there, you're gonna want to head down and you'll find this bronze Chen Rizig statue. It's 57 out of 100 treasures. So again, you split off from Tenzin, and where? I think this is just a little further on. If you follow one of the water falls down, or water things down to the edge, you'll find this small cap drone. Yeah, right down there. Right down from where we are now. That little waterfall area was the last treasure. And then up here is a silver needle case. And you want to grab this before you jump down, because I don't think you can come back up. So now further on, you've managed to regain your ability with Tenzin. You're supposed to shoot that box up there. Instead, go around here, jump across this little chasm, and you'll find yourself a bronze stupa ornament. And nail yourself the Proficient Fortune Hunter trophy. That's 60 of 100. So close, yet so far. So right here, you're supposed to be climbing and using these things to get across. But if you hang on to this last one here... Oh! There's a treasure. Mandala Thogchag. So be careful too, because if you keep holding on, you will fall down. So here you're supposed to jump across, but instead hold on to that rope and swing over to this little bit of rubble wall. Bam! Snag that treasure. Drake just grabs it with his foot. The Dippa oil lamp. 62 of 100. So here you're just kind of walking across these cogs, but if you climb onto this one and work your way around here, you will find yourself a treasure. Tibetan flint lighter. I guess that's Flint's special lighter. I don't know. So here you're supposed to be going along that path to the right there, but instead climb up to these rafters. You can get up there, and if you climb across this section of the rafters here... Wow, I thought I was going to fall there. And you'll see it sparkling just in the corner here. Bam. Bronze Dorje. 64 of 100 treasures marked. Now if you do head down that path, before continuing, go to the right here near this little statue with the glowing eye. That's not a glowing eye, it's a glowing treasure. Tibetan ceremonial axe. I think it's just a keychain, but you know. So right here, you're supposed to jump across. The statue just turned, big cutscene. Make sure if you have the ability, you're going to want to use your reward system to get yourself a sniper and shoot that down. Otherwise, climb along here and just look up, and you might be able to nail it and shoot it down, but you're going to want to get that before continuing down here, because you won't be able to come back. And that's the Trigram Thogchag, right at the top of this statue after it does its whole rotation. So this is when you're back in the Tibetan city. Just when you're shooting some guys, there'll be a guy with a big Gatling gun or whatever to the left. You're going to want to head up to these rooftops, and you'll find the Amber Skull Bead. And a little further on here, and you'll notice the building to the right of me right now that you can climb into with the blue top. You head to the left, though, near that tree I just kind of snuck down on, you get the Antique Wow. 68 treasures. And this is all big fight sequences, so you're going to want to be careful when getting these, but again, a little further on, you'll actually just have to fight a bunch of guys with grenade launchers, but in this little, alcove, whatever you want to call it, there's a Bell Thogchag. Again, I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast for you guys, but it's a lot of shooting sequences and running, gunning. So here again, you're just after a tank sequence. And before you climb over that wall there, check this corner and you'll get this little claw. A yak horn carving, sorry. It's a horn, not a claw. Just cut someone with it. So this is after you get split up from Tenzin. And kind of run along, you shoot those two guys to the right, but instead of going that way, head over here to the dead end. And you'll find this bronze Sankhepa statue. If I said that right, thank you. I'm a god among men sometimes. So here is a fun sequence just after the tank kind of screws you over a bit. You're heading along. Don't jump across. Drop down. You'll find this little treasure. Tibetan trumpet. It's a nice trumpet. I wouldn't recommend using it. Maybe you should, because there's a war going on. I don't know. So here you're looking for a rocket launcher and being shot by them. You're going to want to head down that little area, and Jesus, be careful. You'll find this Guilt Terror statue just in that little alcove there. However you can find your way to get down to it. Good luck. So this is after a big chase sequence, again with Elena, go figure. You're going to be right here, right at the beginning. Take out some guys, and up on that doorway is your first treasure of the area. Tibetan silver earring. 74 of 100 treasures. So here's your first big fight, big fight sequence of the area. If you head along here, which you can do stealthily before fighting anyone, but down on that little red post is that ritual crown. That's 75 of 100 treasures. 3/4 of the way there, guys. And or gals. So this is after you finish the fight near that Gatling gun or turret, I guess you'd call it. You'll find this silver official dildo just hanging out. I know it's a seal, but that's just a typo. It's a dildo. Don't let it fool you. Tibetans were into some weird shit. So you're following Elena instead of going up there to this sick-ass roll dive, and you'll find this treasure in the little alcove underneath. Silver offering pot. It's got a little tomato on the top. I guess they offered up tomatoes. So here Elena tells you to be stealthy and make your way up to the top of that tower, but instead head over here to the left of the tower you start at, and you'll find this little treasure on the top of that doorway. You shoot it down, Tibetan turquoise ring, 78 treasures.
Got snipers.
We're sitting ducks down. Get me up that
So
ladder.
here you are in the. This is after the tower sequence, but just before you take out the snipers. If you head along to this bridge here, you can drop down and find this carved wooden gura. And then before you cross the bridge with Elena and have a big sequence there, what you're going to want to do is head down this way. And find this treasure. To get here, you just got to jump across one of the smaller bridges. It's a tough jump, but you can make it all the way at the bottom of the tower from where the snipers and the bridge is. So this is a little further on when you're climbing your way through the area with Elena. You'll shoot a guy with a shield after climbing your way up a rope. And in this area, you'll find that window with the antique bronze lion in it. Just keep an eye out for window sills in that area I was talking about. So this is after a big cutscene with Schaefer. You're going to want to use this rope to get across, but instead, boom, kick that treasure down. Tibetan ritual vase. Can't go on without that. So after another big sequence with grenade launcher guys and armored guys and monsters, if you head over here on top of this roof, you'll find a conch. Yeah, Tibetan conch. It's a freaking conch. Why do they... Where did they get a conch? So anyway, after a big sequence with the actual Gatling gunner guys, big armored mofos, you'll head up to this area. And bam! Find this treasure. It's a bronze oil lamp. It's not great, get over it. That's what we got. So after that sequence, you climb into the window that you were trying to get to. Whoa, did you see that? You'll shoot that on the roof.
I probably should have warned you about
Marking you Ace Fortune Hunter. 85 trophies, or treasures. Trophies. Ancient Sword Guard. So a little further on. Ooh, that would have been bad. So this is just before a big cutscene, and after you notice a bunch of guys running along, You'll find this Tibetan coral earring hanging out in the corner. Don't shoot it with a rocket launcher, because that would be bad. Again, just before the big cutscene, as you're climbing up, if you keep an eye out along the edge here, there's a little statue just hanging out here in the corner. Just grab that. You want it. Tibetan Square Gao. So a little further on, after you're kind of making your way, you're talking to Elena over the walkie-talkie, you're climbing up the staircase, turn around and you'll see that hanging up on the roof there. Carved bone ornament. So this is after you've caught up with Elena, as you can see her there. Big fight sequence in this area. You climb this statue in the center. You gotta climb the back and you get up there and bam. Find that treasure. Tibetan hair ornament. So a little further on, you're making your way back to the big fight sequence with the monsters and the yada yada. After dropping down, you fight those guys, turn around, and in this corner here, Tibetan Malabeads. Only 10 more treasures.
Here it is, Elena.
So here we go. Start of chapter 24, the road to Shambhala. So you're supposed to hit a couple things to get all this area working. Some puzzles. Before doing that, shoot that treasure down. The bronze Garuda. Yeah, might be some nudity there. Just saying.
Backstabbing son of a bitch.
So interestingly enough, so after a big cutscene there, as you can see by me skipping it, you find this frog. This is right at the start after that cutscene. Just head along the edge, you'll find that.
Hope you can make that jump on your own.
This is after the end of this big section here. You finally make it to the end of it. Instead of going up this staircase, though, head across here. You'll find this treasure at the end. A fish charm. 8 emblems pendant. I guess they didn't just want to call it a fish charm. So this is after you fight some of the blue meanies. See, there's one. You'll see these weird statues. Shoot one of them. And there's a Furba Thogjag. Look at him, he's kind of cute. So further on, you'll notice these blue veins and vines or whatever. And you'll see that treasure there hanging up in the corner. Clay Yamantaka head. 95 of 100 treasures. So this is after a big fight. But before continuing through the door that you need all 3 characters to get there, head over to the corner of this area and you'll find this treasure. Gold leaf statue head. I'm trying to think of what that character looks like, and I can't think of it at the moment, but it's on the tip of my tongue. Zerg. So this is a big sequence. Not really that bad, but, you know, fight some guys down this big hallway. And up there on the roof will be a Fibula Thogjag. Just keep an eye out up at the top. You gotta shoot it down. So after you push a cart that Drake just jumped off of there, climb along. You're supposed to go up the big staircase. Instead, head around. You'll find this creepy looking unusual bronze mask. Unusual being the key word. Looks like one of those things you squish and the eyes pop out. So here was a big fight sequence. So they're on the center area with the fire and all the cool statues. Shoot that down. You don't want to fight all the guys in this area first, but the Mana Jewel Thogjag. And so what we think is the last, but don't forget, the unusual relic. So there's still one more treasure after this. So heading up, this is just near the last section. You're heading up the stairs. Find this guy hanging out, Master Fortune Hunter. That's 100 out of 100. But we're looking for 101. So keep on going up those stairs. Keep going, keep going. Almost there.
Almost
Wait.
there.
I saw it. I saw it. Bam! Master Thief Collection bronze statue head, 101 out of 100 treasures. There you go. That's them all. There's the strange relic in all its shining glory. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the views. I hope this video helps you all out getting your treasures. And good luck out there, fortune hunters. I know you can do it. Thanks again for watching.
Duh.